Hey guys, and welcome to episode 2 of my last 2 career mode. So I'm just going to start this episode by showing you the standings and the championships, because I forgot to show them at the end of the last race, although the Drivers' Championship is just the first round, the race result. Of course we were in P19, Master in P18, and of course Mark Webber is leading the World Championship as things stand. And we were in P10 in the Constructors, which has to be our minimum aim in the HRT, while McLaren are leading Red Bull in the Constructors. But now it's time, I guess, to go to Malaysian Grand Prix for the race. Let's go. So here we are guys, race day, Sepang, Malaysia, for the Malaysian Grand Prix. Of course we're going to be starting last as always in this career mode. They want us to finish in 23rd or above, but let's just go for it. I'm going to show you now qualifying results. And for this race, Fernando Alonso took pole position, beating Lewis Hamilton and championship leader Mark Webber. It was a good day for Sergio Perez, but a poor day for Sebastian Vettel. Kobayashi, Di Resta and Maldonado all did well to come into the top 10, while it was a poor day for Schumacher, Raikkonen and Massa, all missing out. And of course there we are in P24. Strategy, we're going to be stopping on lap 12 onto the prime tyres. Sometimes we will start on the prime tyres on the tracks that have a bit more pace. But here we're starting on the options, the same strategy as the AI. Now let's go to this Grand Prix. So here we are on the grid in Malaysia with Fernando Alonso on pole. And of course there's our teammate in 22nd place and ourselves in P24. And it's time now to get this race underway. As the lights are coming on here in Malaysia. Who are we going to see today in this race? Time to find out as it's lights are underway. We go in Malaysia for 28 laps. Of course we're going to struggle at the start with no curves. Other cars have curves, they are going to go fast on the straights, pretty simple. But we can make a dive up the inside into turn 1. We nearly hit Timo Glock there, and Petrov there, Vitaly Petrov. As we go into turn 2, trying to make up more place in P18. Got Raikkonen in front of us now, he's our next target. We're in P17 now, but Raikkonen's still our next target. Can we get past him? Let's go. And they all break very early, because the AI always do that on any difficulty. This is professional difficulty, and we've made a massive dive bomb. We're actually now in P11, and we're gonna get a good run up the inside of Pastor Maldonado in sector 2 to possibly get into the points in the HRT. Surely not, but he's gonna run us out wide. And yes, we go into the gravel trap, and yeah, that's a pain, but we have to do our best to fight back. Of course we know we are going to be slower than the guys ahead in this race because they got better cars. We have to accept that, but you never know what can happen. This is Formula 1, we all know what can happen. I think we are struggling at the moment after that moment going off. Probably for the rest of this lap we're going to be struggling for grip a bit. Yellow flags come out for some reason. I haven't got a clue what's going on. And yeah, we didn't have a good line through there. I was too busy trying to get my tyres clean. I forgot to use the right line. And we go stupidly wide there. What a stupid mistake that was. As we go on to the back straight, we have Nico Rosberg right behind us. He's obviously got a faster car, more powerful car, more curves. And yeah, there you go, he comes flying past us. I could have got on racing line, but I knew that was coming. And I tried to dive up the inside, but we sort of outbrake ourselves, we go wide. And I think at least for now, we're going to have to accept losing that position to Nico Rosberg as we head on to lap 2 of the Malaysian Grand Prix. And Felipe Massa's trying to come up the inside of us, but we managed to hold him off. We're very close to Nico Rosberg here through turn 1, but I don't think we're going to be able to make a run on him up turn 4 or anything. Thankfully we didn't spin, and hopefully we kept ahead of Massa. For now, it'd be really cool to beat a Ferrari in this Grand Prix. That'd be a crazy achievement to do in the HRT. As we come to the end of sector 1 on this lap. still keeping up with Rosberg, but I think it's in these fast corners where we're going to have more understeer. I'll simply have to go slower than the AI, where I'm going to struggle, I think. And you can see I lost time there, go ahead, and Massa caught up a bit there behind. So you can see in the middle sectors where we're going to struggle a bit as we go a tiny bit wide there, but nothing too serious. Breaking it down for the hairpin as we're about to conclude sector 2. Rosberg's still not too far ahead, a second and a half ahead. Hopefully we'll have a cleaner sector 3 this time, because last time it was a bit crap. Because now the tyres, you know, are much cleaner, we should be okay. Good, we don't go wide there. And now this corner, guys, is probably the hardest corner on Formula 1 for me. I can never get it right. And you can see Felipe Massa has a really good run on us now, as he again flies past just like Nico Rosberg did. The Brazilian in the Ferrari probably should be higher up the grid, but whatever. But we actually managed to dive up the inside here, and this time we don't overshoot the corner, and we're actually in the whole position. While Massa is now under threat from Daniel Ricciardo, who of course in Toro Rosso to head on to lap 3. We actually managed to defend position there. That was pretty good. But we have now lost a lot of time to Nico Rosberg ahead of us. Bit of a disaster. And I think most of this race is going to be a game of defence. Sadly, I wish I could attack in this car. And again, lap 3, the same thing has happened. Massa gets a run on us down there. And this time I don't think we're going to be able to dive up the inside. But it is lap 3, so we'll have DRS. And we're going to stay right behind him and get a good exit and DRS. And that should be enough to get a position back. He is right there as we have a look behind us. And we get a position, we squeezed him a little bit, as our lap time is quite a lot slower than Hamilton's fastest lap there. We overshoot that corner, maybe braking too late, trying to hold position. But I feel like we've actually caught up again to the guys ahead, Maldonado for example. You know, that's pretty good if we can keep up with him. He's in the faster tier of cars, so let's see what we can do as we're on lap 4. And there's a lot of cars going here together. And Maldonado is very wide there, which means he has a poor exit. And we might be able to go up the inside here. We did it before, but it didn't work. But now this time it does. And we not push wide. We can make this corner too. And we're now in P11. And somebody has retired from this race. I don't know exactly when that happened. But yeah, I've just noticed it's out of 23 now rather than out of 24. But yeah, we're in P11. And if even finishing P11 would be a big achievement. And now, coming towards the end of lap 5, we've caught up even more to Rosberg and another car over, I think is Hulkenberg. And of course Maldonado does come flying past us with DRS, but without braking we do give Nico Hulkenberg a little kiss there to his rear ring, but I think it's okay, it didn't really affect him. And now we can try, if we can get a run on him up to turn 4, and this is where we're good on this track, we will be in the points in the Malaysian Grand Prix in lap 6. And we brake for turn 4, and yes, we strip around the outside and we get a position. And that was a good move, guys, as we head through this fast sweeping section. I love this camera angle actually, and you know, we did so well there around the outside Nico Hulkenberg. Of course he wouldn't be attacking us now for the rest of this race, but maybe, just maybe, we can hold position and get points in the HRT. I didn't think I'd be saying that as I started to record this episode on what I thought would be one of my weakest tracks, but let's see what we can do. Now in lap 8, Maldonado has come again right past us on the back straight, and again we sort of again hit him under braking. Braking maybe slightly too late, but we are going to have DRS again, get into a slipstream, and maybe we can make a move going into turn 1 or before, which obviously would be pretty useful. And then it would actually be on P9 because somebody else retired. I didn't notice that. But this is now being P9. And now that is pretty special. So 2 points in an HRT. That is crazy. You know, in 2012, none of the bottom 3 teams scored points. But maybe I can do it here. The car hasn't been developed or anything. It's the basic HRT car. It'd be perfect. As we go purple in the first sector. Now that shows maybe we do have some pace. At least in the first sector I think we have some pace, although more towards the end of the lap I think we do struggle. Also you'll notice, guys, I do have the racing line on through the corners. Somebody suggested that to me to maybe improve the episode, improve the racing, and I think it was a good idea, so thanks for that, man. Really thank you. As we head down now towards the end of Sector 2, braking down for the hairpin. Maybe go slightly wide there, but not too bad. And we're going green, so we're going faster than our previous lap. I can't remember what time our previous lap was, but never mind. But Maldonado is still right behind us, and we are still losing time to Rosberg. So I think we're going to spend a lot of time now trying to defend from past Maldonado, who of course has a pretty terrible reputation in Formula 1 for crashing, although he did win the race in 2012, as Jenson Button sets a lap time of 1 minute 41.649. I don't think we're going to be beating that today, so it will be interesting to see what our fastest lap is and how it compares to some of these guys. So we actually make this corner this time, but Maldonado should have DRS and probably come flying past us, so we go into rich mix and try to get a better exit. And this has definitely been our best lap of the race, 1 minute 44.559. Best lap so far on lap 10. Our tyres probably going to worn down though, but Maldonado did try to dive up the inside, but he doesn't make it, and we hold position. We're still in P9. What can you say, guys? Pretty good. Anyway, carrying on lap 10, and now actually into the pit lane on lap 12. You know, we have to try to hold position. We've got a good position right now, and we need HRT to make a good pit stop. We can do a good out lap after a good in lap, and it'll be pretty good, guys. Let's do this. Putting on the prime tyres, the hardest tyres in Formula 1. We will struggle with grip in the first couple of laps especially. And of course we kept ahead of all the guys who came in behind us there. Hulkenberg hasn't pitted yet, so our aim has to be to get back ahead of him to maintain our P9. And in a few moments we'll know how many seconds ahead of us he is on track, and how easy or hard it will be to stay ahead of him. Which is the thing to do. Brake there, and yes, he's 17.8 seconds ahead of us, so providing we have a decent lap here, we should stay ahead of him. We're coming now towards the end of lap 13 to see if we're going to stay ahead of Nico Hulkenberg. We have though got the Lotus of Kimi Raikkonen right behind us, and he's going to come flying past us, the flying pin, and Felipe Massa is coming past us too, which is pretty bad. And Hulkenberg's coming out there. We jump Hulkenberg and we're going to dive up the inside of both of these guys. Yes, we are. We get ahead of Massa and Raikkonen after they overtook us, and we somehow are maintaining P9. What a fabulous position to be in the HRT, as we're now at the halfway point of the Malaysian Grand Prix. You have to keep pushing and we'll stay ahead of these guys. I've worked out how to defend. In the main place we have to defend, so we have to just keep doing it, and there's no reason why I can't score points in this HRT. It would be pretty awesome. But Raikkonen did have a look there going into this turn. I am weakening this part of the track, so no wonder I had a look. But I managed to cover him off just about, obviously, which is a good thing. Going back down towards the hairpin. Still probably struggling for grip just a tiny bit, but we are setting good lap time, so the DRS is 19 seconds ahead of us. So I don't think we're going to be able to get any higher in this Grand Prix, very sadly. But it'd be a good point, should be a good start. Heading onto the back straight, and we actually go wide and we're having issues with traction, and something tells me we're going to have to use our defending skills here again. Felipe Massa is coming flying past us. We're going to switch across the track to go up the inside, and we'll have DRS as well, because he was ahead of us at the DRS point. But we dived up the inside there, we got DRS. That's the perfect way to defend, getting back past before the DRS zone starts. Perfect way to defend, even though you maybe lose time by doing that. And that's the way to do it, guys. Now on lap 15. We've still got the rest ahead of us, but yeah, we're not going to see him. Lap 16. We're going a bit wide here, and Felipe Massa has come right past us, and I think he's actually going to be able to hold his position, is he? Yeah, we don't get past him there, so we're going to somehow get a brilliant exit onto this straight and get him into the hairpin. And do we do it? Yes. We have a go. We have a look up the inside, and we manage to hold position, and we're still in P9. we got a Ferrari and a Lotus and I believe a Mercedes all behind us, and a Williams, all race winning cars from the real 2012 season, and they're all behind me in my lousy HRT. Pretty awesome. And even better, we get a decent exit on that straight this time. But it looks like Felipe Massa is going to come past us again. And we're going to have to do the same as last time, I think. We're going to have to dive up the inside here. And we do it again. We do hold to the inside of the corner, which is the best place to be. And we use the DRS to get away. That is the perfect strategy, I believe, guys. As we go on now to lap 17 of the Malaysian Grand Prix here in Sepang. Go wide, a bit wider at the hairpin. We're struggling on that corner for whatever reason. But we're holding position, so who cares? Now Schumacher behind us. I guess he managed to overtake Massa into DRS. And now lap 23, and there's now Alonso and Piet and somebody else retired. So maybe he's dropping down the field. And if, because he's retired, and if that's so, we are gonna be in P8. And that would be another couple of points and an even better result. That would be perfect, guys, wouldn't it? So, are we going to overtake Alonso? Like, has he retired, or has he made a pit stop, or what? Let's see. Yes, he's gone down the grid. He must have been the guy who retired. And we're now in P8 with only 5 laps to go. Can we hold his position? That is the real question here today. We've only a few laps left. Imagine the scenes if we get this car into the points. That'd be awesome. But look at the train behind us. It's really the big gaming 342 train. But we're defending cleanly. If we weren't defending cleanly, this game would give you a penalty, because it's horrible, the penalty system. So we're defending cleanly, and that's all we can do, guys, I guess. And this time, I don't think they're getting a run. Yeah, he had a little look there, Massa, but didn't get a run on us. But he will probably get a run on us down the main straight, so we're going to have to defend here, which is going to be really annoying. We set another half decent lap time in 1 minute 44.9, and Massa's going to dive up the inside, is it? And we're going to have to switch to the inside, try to make this corner. And I think there's a bit of contact there. We lost the rear end. We somehow controlled the car here in lap 24, and we're still in P8. Like, P9 would be good as well, but P8 would be even better, as you know. Now, coming towards the end of lap 27, I think Maldonado and I have got away from the other guys a bit. I think the other guys are being lapped a bit, because you can see Mark Webber has just won the race, extending his championship lead. But at lap 28, one more lap to go if we're going to finish this race in P8. And I'm guessing we can't go lower down in P9, because I'm guessing the guy in P10 was lapped, meaning he's now finished the race. So it's between P8 and P9, so let's see what we can do. We have a decent first sector there. Going into the second sector now, into our weakest part of the track, when Maldonado will catch us up, so we mustn't go wide here. We must be very conservative through here. And yeah, we managed it. We don't go wide there this time, which is really good, really beneficial. We do maybe cut the corner slightly there, but there was no corner cutting penalty. And again, the corner cutting on this game is pretty strict as well. As we go into the hairpin now, and we're about to start at sector 3. And will we be able to hold position? We're miles behind the rest now. I lost a lot of time still while defending, and we go a bit wide there. Maldonado's going to get a bit of a run on us, but I think we're going to be able to keep it up the inside here through this fast left hand, and then onto the penultimate corner of this Grand Prix. And you can see we've had to go into lean mix. I think we're going to run out of fuel. And as you can see here, we have run out of fuel. I only realised it right at the end. I've used too much rich mix, and we've run out of fuel on the final lap. And Maldonado's going to get past us. DRS is about to be fixed because it got broken earlier. Don't know why. But it's fixing now, but it's too late. And it looks like we're going to finish this Grand Prix in P9. Disappointing considering P8, but still. P9 and HRT, points and HRT. Great result. Very good. P9. Our teammate Pedro de Rosso, the Spaniard, was in 21st place. Pretty good. Now let's look at the full race results. Of course, you can see our fastest lap was so much slower than the guys ahead of us. And yeah, as I said, the race was won by Australian Mark Webber, extending his championship lead with Button and Vettel behind him. Good day for Perez and Di Resta and Maldonado. Bad day for guys like Massa and Schumacher and Raikkonen, who only came in P15. Poor result for him. And now looking at some of the slower guys, you can see their lap times, faster lap times are similar to mine. Shows that I am on the pace for the car I'm in, and I was able to defend pretty well. And now finally we're going to have to look at driver standings. And yeah, you can see Mark Webber extended his lead with Button behind him, and we are there in P14. And next we have to look at the Constructors Championship. That's the next thing to look at. And Red Bull are leading, but more importantly we're in P9. And on that note, I will see you guys next time for the Chinese Grand Prix. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you really enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this and other types of videos, please subscribe to my channel. If you have anything to say in the comments, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Also, go and check out the video that should be on screen right now, and come and follow me on Twitter at BigGaming342 and Facebook BigGaming342, and I'll see you guys very soon. Goodbye.